Well, good morning, guys. It's a lot of people's favorite day to hunt. It's November 7th. It got a little colder this morning than kind of anticipated. They were thinking low 40s, and it was like 37, I think, or a little colder when I put the kayak in the water. This morning has been a cross-country adventure. I had to kayak and then walk through standing water, then hike through some briars and a creek bottom, and then after all that, climb a big ridge up here to where I'm now sitting. I got in a little late as usual. I was hanging the sticks in the stand at the beginning of shooting light. I've been in the tree since about 6:45 probably. But it took me, I was setting up my camera gear real slow and had to change clothes, and I was being very, very slow and deliberate in watching. I kind of screwed up my access this morning. I got a little offline and overshot where I wanted to go. Made a bunch of noise, so it'll be a miracle if we see anything. If we do, I'd say it'll be late morning. But it's a cool morning in the rut. Anything can happen. I got a good rub line behind me working out of this gas line into the public. That's kind of what I'm banking on. I also cut a big set of tracks in the leaves yesterday when I come in here. It's basically across the same creek bottom I killed my buck last year, but it's a good ways. There's 3 ridges in that creek bottom. I've hunted all of them now. There's definitely more sign on this one than any of the others. I'm gonna get quiet. We'll see. I had to wear these stupid rubber boots. My feet are gonna be freezing here in a little bit. I had to sweat way too much. I got another pair of socks. I'm gonna change them. Let's see how it goes. Well, it's about 10 after 9. My feet are froze from wearing these rubber boots, and my feet sweat this morning coming in. But I just had 3 deer come running by below me. I think it was 3 does. Because they stopped out there and I got the binoculars on them, and one of them looked like a doe fawn. So I'm guessing doe and a couple fawns or something. It was almost like they were being pushed, but there was nothing behind them. We had a plane go over. Maybe that noise scared them or something. I don't know. I can't believe it. I don't know how many days I've been here now. 10 maybe. I think I've only got to film 2 deer from a tree stand. A spike and that like 120-inch 9-point. That's it. Maybe that'll change, but hopefully no more deer do what they just did, because I will really be disappointed in my tree selection. I moved up the hill just slightly from where I sat last night. But if those deer had been walking and that was a good buck, I couldn't have shot him from here, and I could have shot him from that other tree. But who knows? The day winds really haven't picked up yet, so the wind's kind of light and variable. Thermals are trying to help it, but no matter what, my milkweed's just falling. It may just fall off the left side one time and the right side the next time and in front of me the next time. So as of right now, I'd say that scent's really not going much of anywhere. I did put down a bunch of ground scent, because I messed up my line coming in and I overshot where I wanted to go, and I got up too close to the private land, and it was full on rodeo like usual. But I'm glad to see some deer. I'm glad there's actually some does. I wish had come by in range, so if something cuts their track later and trails them, it'd bring them by me. But I guess beggars can't be choosers. But let's sit here for a little while. I'm gonna at least make it to lunchtime. I brought food in case I got stuck here, and felt like there was good movement and stuff. I'd sit all day, but as of right now, I hadn't seen enough to sit all day. But like I said this morning in the opening interview, that if we see them, it'll be late morning. So, or I felt like it would be. We're gonna get quiet again, see if we can. I've been trying to watch this creek bottom out here to see if I could catch any deer moving through it, to kind of give me an idea where these deer are going back to bed. So we'll see. I promise I'll try and get one on camera soon. These are gonna be terrible videos where we're not seeing deer. You guys are gonna be tired of listening to me talk. Without a doubt, this has been the most challenging hunting trip I've ever been on. I feel like I've played everything perfect. I mean, there might have been a time or two that I should have went to one spot instead of another because of the wind, but the wind swirled so much. It's been hard, but I've got a small game hunter shooting the woods down behind me. This is a place I had to kayak, then walk through water. Took me about an hour plus to get in here. And then somebody comes off private land, squirrel hunting. At some point I've got to catch a break. I mean, this is crazy. I've hunted so many different spots. Set up on hot sign. Hunted places that I've seen a lot of deer last year. You name it, I've done it. Been in the woods every day, either scouting or hunting. And it has just been dead. I mean, dead. But we've got our best weather days ahead of us, even though it's our last few days. So there's still a chance. I'm gonna get really aggressive tonight. I'm gonna sit here for maybe another hour. I'm gonna get down, get out of here. And then I'm gonna get aggressive tonight. I'm gonna go in that bottom, kind of close to where I had that trail camera where I get all the activity. The wind's gonna be iffy, but don't have much to lose. Stick with me. Well, as per usual, I'm really late getting set up and settled in. I've been in the tree for a little bit, but just now got everything set up. I went really slow and really quiet because we are right in the thick of bedding. It's really aggressive. I would be really shocked if we didn't spook a deer tonight, but the wind, we're giving up everything behind us, basically. It's kind of behind us and shaded up towards the ridge I've been hunting. But what we're trying to do is key in on these bucks' movement coming from private. I always try and run a camera right on the edge. There's some trails crossing over between, public and private, and that camera always produces. So I just backed off of that camera a little ways, and I've never tried to hunt down here. I've always played it more conservative, but pecking around the edges, I'm just not seeing any deer, or very few. And so I figured now's a great time to be aggressive. With the cold front coming in, I can kind of hunt the edges more, and we get a lot more movement, and I have a good opportunity then. It's not exactly warm this afternoon, but I would call it average. It's probably in the low to mid 50s. But it's about 3:30. We got a solid 2 hours, maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes. If we don't at least see or spook a deer tonight, I will be shocked. Let's see if we do get an opportunity. It is going to be up close and personal. I mean, the deer are basically going to be in our laps. That's what bowhunting's all about. That's what bowhunting is all about. We love those close encounters. This spot I'm sitting in right now is about as good of a public land spot as I've ever seen. As far as just deer activity, big bucks, everything going through it. But it's kind of in a bottom. And any of you know that hunting in a bottom, you get swirling winds. But we've got a really strong west wind. And it seems like most of the deer are bedding on private this year, whereas last year they were bedding on public. So I'm basically giving up most of the public side, except for what's between me and the private. I think it'll work out good. As long as the wind keeps doing what it's doing right now. It's switching just a little bit, but it's probably only 30 degrees. I can live with that. We'll be in a if it keeps doing what it's doing. Let's sit here, be quiet, and be still.